Hey, what's up, you guys? This is your girl, the Bayou Witch. So I got some good feedback from my last video. People were like, thank you for that because I was kind of lost and they really didn't know how to start learning tarot. So they found my other video to be quite helpful. So I decided to upload another video, kind of showing you guys more of the things that I like to do to learn. So right here is my Gothic Tarot card. I really do love this deck because you guys know that I'm very dark and vampy and semi-gothic. So I like to, you know, align myself with things that kind of represent my personality and who I am. So let me tell you guys a quick learning tool that I like to do to familiarize myself with the tarot. So the traditional Rider-Waite cards, they kind of give you a lot of, first, before I say this, okay, let me just kind of tell y'all, okay, so, excuse me. The tarot cards are kind of broken up into three sections, right? So you have your card cards, you have, well, your major arcana cards, you have your card cards and your minor arcana cards. So the major arcana cards will be like these cards right here. You have the High Priestess, you have the Strength, you have the Fool card, you got the Moon, you got the Chariot, the Death card, the Devil card, those type of cards. So this will be your major arcana cards right here. The card cards will be these cards here. You have your queens, you have your king, you have your pages and your knights. And the minor arcana cards would be the cards that are from the ace cards to your 10, all right? So these would be your minor arcana cards. So I first learned with the traditional, I say when you're first learning tarot, you definitely want to learn with the traditional Rider-Waite cards because these cards have so much detail in the cards that they give you a lot to work from, okay? So, with this card, you automatically can see that there's a celebration going on. When doing a reading, you can kind of, it'll kind of tell you that depending on what the surrounding cards are, it could mean somebody celebrating a wedding, someone celebrating childbirth, somebody just at a nightclub having drinks, getting lit with their friends. It kind of can give you a wide range of different things to go from. So with cards like the tarot, the Gothic tarot and other cards that are like these, they don't really give you much to work from, okay? So the minor arcana cards, they all kind of look the same. So with the swords, you get like one sword with like maybe 9 feathers, or 10 feathers on the 10 card. The pentacles, you just see skulls. The cups, you just see one cup, and it could have like 9 bats flying around it, or the 10, the 10 of cups has one cup with 10 bats flying around it. The nines, the ones can have just like one with like this dragon looking thing around it. So they all look the same. It's just the difference in the number of, like, let's say the bats or the skulls or whatever, but they all look the same. So what I'd like to do to kind of familiarize myself with a deck like this, I like to kind of put them all, like all the 9s together. I like to put all the 10s together. And some people learn like one card at a time. Like they'll pull one card and learn that one card for the day. For me, I like to kind of just group the 9s together. And I'll start from like the swords, and I'll just kind of just go with this whole like group of 9s, and it'll take me, like, I'll just study these cards, the 9s, for like 1 or 2 days or however long I need to, just to kind of familiarize myself with the card meanings, okay? So this is a really great and quicker way to learn. Like with me, I kind of already know what they all mean because, like I say, I've been working with tarot for about, maybe professionally, for over a year now. So, but still, I kind of get stuck sometimes on cards like this that don't really have a whole lot of detail. So I kind of like to go and learn just to kind of refamiliarize myself. Um, so I'll usually know that like the Nine of Swords means like I like to call this the anxiety card because this is the card that is like someone is like dealing with something like mentally. They're kind of having some anxiety. It could mean that they're like suffering from depression or some type of trauma, you know. So this usually when I see the Nine of Swords, I say, okay, this is my depression or anxiety card. The Nine of Pentacles, this is the card that is, this is a pretty good card, and this is a card that means that um you're basically your finances and things like that are starting to look up. There's happiness, you know, some type of um financial contentment, if you will. Things are starting to look up with your finances or other different things. If you're an intuitive reader, it could mean other things, but usually in tarot, that's usually what it means. Or the Nine of Cups. This, I like to call this the wish card. This is the card that where your wishes are being granted. The universe hears you, and you're getting ready to see the things that you want being manifested. So I like to call that the wish card. The Nine of Wands card, this is what I like to call like the hard working card. It's like you kind of have a lot that you like, you have a lot of, you're either dealing with a lot or you have a lot coming your way. So this could also mean like you're working hard, you're working extra hours, you have a lot of things that you're trying to do, but if you stick with it, you will prevail. So so I would like to I like to put them like in a row like this, and just kind of keep going over it for how long I need to, just to kind of get it in my brain. Because child, let me tell you, I've smoked a lot of marijuana in my lifetime. I'm just being honest. I smoked a lot of marijuana, so my brain, and I'm getting older, so my brain does not work the way it used to when I was younger. So sometimes I have to kind of, you know, kind of back, like, especially if I have a new deck, I have to kind of go back in and refamiliarize myself with that, with the card meanings, especially the card cards, because the high priest, I mean the major arcana cards and the card cards. Like when I first started learning tarot, I learned these cards, the major and the card cards. They came to me pretty quickly, like pretty quickly. I learned these cards like I don't ever even have to read. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, because the names, you know, the names, like the high priestess, you know, usually that's an intuition card, a card that it could be an initiation card or whatever. So I know the meanings to these cards are gonna stick with you pretty quickly. But like I say, the minor arcana cards, because some of the meanings could be a little similar, like the 9 and the 10, like the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands can kind of have the similar meanings. The 10 of Wands can be a little bit more drastic than the 9 of Wands, because it's just like one of those cards where it's like there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of burdens that's in your life that you need to work through. Okay, but also another good tool is just knowing the numbers, like the 10 is usually the card of completion. It could be an ending card, or it can be like a beginning card, like completing a cycle and getting ready to for a new cycle. Okay, so it kind of goes hand in hand with the ace. But I'm gonna explain that a little bit more in the next video. But this is just another tool. Like everybody learns differently, so a lot of people might not learn the way other people learn, or somebody might learn the way you learn, but they just don't know how to navigate, or kind of start. They don't know where to start. So this is the reason why I'm kind of uploading this and just kind of giving y'all some information on how I learn. So everybody learns differently, so you just got to find what the tools that is best for you. So, but anyway, thank y'all again, and I hope I was able to help someone. And like I say, if you guys want me to bring any more videos explaining how I learned tarot cards, then please let me know. But thank you.